So what do you feel yourself? It's a combination of both.
Okay. So I'll take you a wee bit into the past and then we'll come back to the present. So again, when I was in law school, of course, I was really good in the competitions there. The competitions are about speaking about law and things like that.
Best decision जो लेते हैं ना,
हाँ जी,
वो दिल की सुनता है.
Absolutely. Yes, okay, that's what.
That feeling what you get.
Just very strong.
What do you think? Education is a business. Our education is empowering the society, and that is the reason why government school teachers are not serious. I'm not telling you and on the camera, but yeah, most of them because उनको पैसा मिलना ही है. Namaskar and welcome to another episode of Unsung Heroes. And this is a platform where we bring people from different parts of the society who have done some extraordinary work in the society. And coming to this particular episode, generally ये बोला जाता है कि जब हम कभी भी सच्चाई बोलते हैं या फिर ट्रूथ बोलते हैं और दिल से बातें करते हैं तो वो लोगों को छू जाती है. और आज जो मैं वादा करता हूँ कि whatever I'm going to talk today, it's going to be from my heart. And also bring the truth to the people, and especially for those youth who has actually joined the family business. Now youth generation Z is generation G, I can call it. Generation G is actually enthusiastic. They have different ideas, but by force they have joined their family business. And they want to do something different, something more, but because of the values they carry in the family business, the respect for their elders, they're not able to do that. So this particular episode and the 3 or 4 episodes, coming episodes are for those Gen Z who has actually joined their traditional business, and we'll see as to how they are coping up with the business, how they have adjusted themselves to the circumstances, and how they are implementing what they want to implement. So yeah, I forgot to welcome my guest. मैं emotional हो गया था तो guest को welcome नहीं किया. So today my guest is also Mr. Gurmehar Chawla, and he is presently the director of ARVIS.
Yes, ARVIS.
ARVIS is I think it now has changed now.
Yes, it is.
ARPA River Valley International School. So and he is doing a marvelous job. I have been connected with that particular school for the last few years. And as we go deep into it, we'll try to understand what are the challenges he is facing, how he is implementing the things, how he's shaping the school to the way he wants to shape it, and also what are his plans for future. So welcome to my podcast.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I'm just fortunate to be called Gen Z after so long. I've just been feeling super old being in this work. I go to school every day. Most of them are younger than me. They are students. I've stopped calling myself Gen Z and young anymore. I think it's a podcast like this.
The person sitting before you is 60 plus. So I'm calling you Gen Z.
You are never the age. You are young at heart. I've always had a good time.
So it's always better क्योंकि अगर आप जैसे लोगों को हम जब लेके आते हैं प्लेटफॉर्म पे जब लोग देखते हैं, so थोड़ा सा हम भी यंग हो जाते हैं, and then we also come to know कि बाहर में क्या चल रहा है.
Absolutely. So stories like these, you never know कब किसके लिए switch on हो जाए.
One particular sentence may transform lives. So Gurmehar, so first of all, before we go into it, just tell me about your background, childhood, schooling, and then till that time college.
So as you rightly said, I currently work as the director of ARVI River Valley International School. इस स्कूल का नाम आज से पिछले साल तक करियर पॉइंट वर्ल्ड स्कूल था. उस नाम से कई सारे लोग आप जानते होंगे इसे. अभी इसे हम आरविस कहते हैं. इसे आरविस कहने के पीछे की स्टोरी और मेरी इस बिजनेस में आने की स्टोरी बहुत सिमिलर है. ऑन दी लाइंस कि हमारे मैनेजमेंट ने डिसाइड किया कि स्कूल को आरविस बोलें बिकॉज दे वांटेड टू गिव समथिंग बैक टू द प्लेस दैट गिव देम एवरीथिंग. After partition, we directly came to Chhattisgarh, did not stay on the borders because we were too scared of the uncommon times at that time. So, whatever we are today, whatever my family is today, you talk about our schools, our resorts, whatever. All of this has been given to us by the people of this city, by the water of the city, the land of the city. So, for us to call our school ARVIS or name it ARPA River Valley was solely based on this. And why I say this is very common to my story. क्योंकि अब मेरी कहानी में बहुत सारे टर्न्स हैं, क्योंकि जब मैं बचपन में था तो आई वाज एकेडमिकली गिफ्टेड सिंस आई वाज अ किड। तो मुझे बताया गया कि मुझे आईआईटी नहीं बनना है, पर ना मुझसे कभी किसी ने पूछा, ना मैंने कभी किसी से पूछा कि आईआईटी बनने के बाद इंजीनियर बनना होता है। वो मुझे बनना है कि नहीं तो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं। तो वंस आई क्लियर्ड थ्रू इंजीनियरिंग के सारे एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स एंड आई रियलाइज्ड मुझे इंजीनियर तो बनना ही नहीं है, तब आई टुक अ यू टर्न इन लाइफ, आई पिवटेड टू लॉ। नाउ आई वेंट टू बैंगलोर फॉर लॉ स्कूल। It was the grind started again. I had to work extra hard again, and then वहाँ पे भी काफी अच्छा किया, all through बहुत competitions किए, जीते, and then I decided कि नहीं अब मुझे वापस अपने घर आना है to pursue management and the school, which is again a new challenge. But मेरे लिए वापस आना was slowly driven by the fact that I was really passionate about education and about creating a change for this city and this state. क्योंकि जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया, मैं कई national international events में भी across the world गया, वहाँ पे लोग छत्तीसगढ़ को ही कम जानते थे, लेट अलोन बिलासपुर। एंड फॉर ऑल ऑफ देम जो सिर्फ मुझे जानते हैं फ्रॉम दिस होल स्टेट, उनके लिए स्टेट बहुत प्रॉस्पेरिंग है, क्योंकि वो सिर्फ गुरमेहर को जानते हैं। एंड आई वांट कि ऐसे कई सारे और कैरेक्टर्स को मैं क्रिएट कर पाऊँ, एंड हेंस एजुकेशन मुझे लगा कि एक वो फील्ड है जहाँ पे मैं आके मेरा हर एफर्ट, मेरा हर एक्टिविटी जो मैं करूँगा, दैट विल पुश बियॉन्ड माय ओन लाइफ स्पैन ऑल्सो। I think education is what lives beyond our own age also. These students today will become the youth of tomorrow, and they will probably change the whole nature of the world, India, Chhattisgarh, and even Bilaspur. So
that's great. Actually, sorry, I forgot to tell my viewers what are the qualifications.
Yes.
Yeah, Gurmehar has actually done law from Christ University, and then he has won lots of competitions in school and also in college, and I think he represented international also.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
And this thing, and also he's passionate about football.
Yes,
sports.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Looking at his physique, we can find out that he's a sports person. And the best part is, Gurmehar, after doing all that, you have come back to Bilaspur.
Absolutely.
Very rarely Gen Z come back, because the problem with Bilaspur, what I have studied is, people थोड़ा सा पढ़ लेते हैं, बाहर नौकरी के लिए चले जाते हैं, and then now come back. Saying that Bilaspur में रखा क्या है, and that is the reason why Bilaspur is almost 10 years behind.
Absolutely.
IT ले लो या बाकी भी ले लो. So but then yeah, people like you. In fact, that's why I decided that I will take people like you, so that the world knows yes, there are people who come back to Bilaspur and want to do something.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So Gurmehar, once you came back and you joined your family business, what was the first shock you got? And then, yeah, ये नहीं होना चाहिए, तो मुझे कुछ तो change करना है. Any experience?
Yeah. So, I think so. Back in law, we used to have a lot of internships for legal sciences, and with a lot of advocates and things like this. And I think so once I'd done about 4 years worth of internships, I took my last internship back home in my school only, as an intern for the management.
Okay.
So you can count that to be my first experience of working for the school. But I think you very rightly put it in your question that it is a shocker to come back, and I'll tell you why. The thing is that when you study in say university like Christ, or say when you were a student in bigger schools across the country, you tend to see one end of the story, which always looks very merry and happy, and it should happen this way, this is how it should be. But the nitty-gritties that go behind making those dreams and magic possible is another story. It's a whole another ball game. So when I came back and started working for the school, I remember I still have that note in my phone. I made a note called CPWS ideas. It had about 51 ideas that I sent to my family that we should do this, do that, do this, do that. And I think about just last year I was going through them and I realized that I couldn't do just about 40-45 of them as of yet, because when I was sitting in Bangalore and thinking about a school in Bilaspur, I did not know how this market works.
Correct.
So for me, it was all a fantasy land.
Yeah.
I thought anything can happen. I thought everything was good. I could just do it. But then the first shocker was that reality is different from how you perceive things to happen.
Yeah.
And then when I came back to Bilaspur, of course, I had to understand how this market works. I had to understand what are the pros of my management style right now, my company right now, where are we lagging right now, where are we good right now. Because see, in our market today, all of these organizations that I represent, that most of us represent, they hold different strengths and weaknesses to themselves.
Yes.
They are popular for something, they are unpopular for something. Now you cannot just say that I'll come one day and in 3 months I'll change the whole perception. It will take time. I will make it happen, but it will take time.
Yeah.
And I think this one line of realization that I will make it happen, but it will take time, I think that was my biggest shocker because I expected to change everything when I come back.
I think that's where Gen Z also, they want everything faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
But nature doesn't work like that.
That's very true.
Everything will take its own time. But I will also tell you one thing. Those 50 things what you have written on paper, and you have that paper scale. And maybe 5 years, 10 years from now, you take out that paper, 90% of them will be completed.
Absolutely, sir. I aspire to go beyond those 50 to 100 probably in the coming years.
Yeah, because once you write something, it comes from your subconscious.
Yes.
And if it is written there, it will happen, but it will take time.
I'm sure it will, sir. Thank you.
Great. So, Gurmehar, just tell me, you feel yourself to be an entrepreneur or just an inheritor of your family business?
Yeah.
Because there is a thin line.
Yes, there is.
Because once you want to cross that thin line, it becomes very difficult. So, what do you feel yourself? It's a combination of both.
Okay. So I'll take you a wee bit into the past and then we'll come back to the present. So again, when I was in law school, of course, I was really good in the competitions there. These competitions are about speaking about law and things like that. So it was very natural for my peers, for my colleagues, for my teachers to feel that I should get into litigation. But then I did not. Of course, I came back to management. So the first day when I told my friends that I'm not going to take up law, I'm going to drop this offer that I have from firms in Mumbai and Bangalore and go back home and work in my school. They all felt this is the easier way out. They said that you're just going to be inheriting your business, and I think in the furtherance of my answer, I'll tell you why this is not the easy way out. But coming back to today, the thing is that from the outside, it may seem that inheriting a business is the easier way to move ahead, and hence being a business inheritor is something which is easy. So my point is that an entrepreneur today is not just a startup owner. You don't just need to start something new to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
An entrepreneur, by definition of business, is simply someone who is able to manage resources, the fact that they have to, in order for to generate some profit, some revenue out of it.
Minimum resources management.
Absolutely. Anyone who can manage those resources, those teams, those things around, and becomes an entrepreneur. So then, in that context, I feel that since I go around the school, I'm able to work with teams. Ever since I have come back, my family has to a large extent stopped regularly coming to my workplace, and I'm the one who runs it all the time.
Okay.
So yes, I inherited a business to turn up to become an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And today the position that I am in, yes, this business belongs to my family, but I have worked really hard in the past 2-3 years to change this whole perception and definitely give many fold better results. Because when I did come, sir, it was just after COVID. Now, COVID was a real downtime, especially for schools. And for schools like us, residential school, there was no one in the hostel. So my revenue had a big hit. There was a big hit in revenue. And from there, not just to stabilize, but to keep growing, I think that happens to be my biggest achievement in the last 3 years. And yes, so I think answering your question in the end, I did inherit a business, but yes, I am a full-fledged entrepreneur for having to manage all of it.
So one thing what you have brought out is, after you had taken over business and then working in the school for 3 years, your seniors or elders of parents,
yes,
they stopped coming to
Yeah.
school regularly. That itself shows that they have the
Yes.
trust in you and
Absolutely.
how you are handling the whole thing.
Absolutely. We also feel that this is also God's plan of making it happen, right? Because had I so both of my elders, my father and my uncle, they are very well known to the whole city.
Yeah.
Everyone knows them. But they are both now able to also pursue their ambitions beyond business.
Yes.
May it be their spiritual ambitions, may it be their other business ambitions, their networking ambitions. They are getting the time to move around more, they are getting time to do it more because they have now felt that it is safe to leave what they have built for years back for me. And so this did not happen in the first year. This has only happened in the second, third-ish year. Very recently, I have just stopped coming to the school very often, and now they feel that you do it. You take your calls, you've done it all, now you do it. I'll tell you a very fun story. When I came back for the first time, I was not the director. I was the management trainee.
Okay.
Now in our hierarchy, a management trainee is beyond all the HODs.
Yeah.
It is very close to the group B that exists inside the school. And I was made to work on the group B so that I learn about each department individually for 3 months. And then I was taken a small test off, a small interview, a small test. And once I cleared that test, is when I was finally allowed to say that I am the director of CPW, so director of arms. So they did ensure that I have a journey to take, and it
So actually that's the best way actually. वो वैसे ही होना चाहिए because आप directly आके director के seat पे बैठ जाओगे तो ground level के जो problems है that will not come to.
That's very true. That's very
And
true.
I think Gujarat में there are big business people who tell their children to go and work at the ground level and then come.
Absolutely. I had to too.
And I think now when you sit in the director seat, you know कि problems क्या है, practical problems क्या है.
I think the last part of why I wanted to come back immediately was also this. I'll tell you this story also. So once I got through law, I did a competition for Nani Palki wala motor competition in the end. That was my last competition. It's a very good competition on taxation law. So once clearing through that big competition, I won it. So a lot of offers were coming in. I had offers coming in for me. Now once that happened, I called back home and I told them that I have an offer for X amount of CTC. And should I take it up? Should I be doing it? So what my father told me was that you can of course take up that job, but say in 10-12 years, sometime you will have to come back, because after all, who is this empire for? Or else we can all sell it and come to where you are, or you can sell what you have made and come here, and then you can just do that. And I think at that moment I realized that if I spend the next 5, 10, 15 years in having to build a life in law, and then I have to drop it all to come back home, two things. One, my 12 years have gone to waste because I did not work in the right direction. Two, when I do come back, now I am at this moment I'm in my 20s. Had I not come back 3 years ago, I would have come back in my 30-35s. Now at 30-35, I cannot become a management trainee. So I have to start off as a director. And that time I'll just umbrella onto the whole institution, knowing nothing about what is happening beneath me. They will probably not be able to accept me. I will not be able to make them work. So I knew that I have to work hard. So might as well come back earlier and work hard in the right direction, which gives me better results in the future, for the future that I look at. So I think that is what happened.
I think this is where few decisions which you take, they're slightly risky, but in the long run they prove yes, what you have done is correct.
I had a cousin of mine. He was working on Flipkart. He had a very good CTC. He called me earlier this year. He said, my nickname is Mahi. So he said that, Mahi bhaiya, I don't know if I'm happy working Flipkart. I want to do CAT. Can I do both? So I told him, you decide. So he said, what is the best decision according to you? I told him, his name is Nikhil. I told him that no decision is good or bad. Yes. You make a decision and you make it the best decision possible. So I think I work by that principle. I take a decision that makes me feel right at the moment, and then I do whatever it takes to make sure that becomes a better decision.
तो थोड़ा सा ऐड करता हूँ. Best decision जो लेते हैं ना, वो दिल की सुनना.
Absolutely. That is this. Yes, it does work.
That feeling what you get.
It's very strong.
If the gut feeling is strong, then you will never fail.
Absolutely, sir. I think if you're passionate about what you are doing and you take responsibility for it, you also want to work harder for it.
Naturally.
See, after all, you happen to have such an important position in the government sector also as a GM, and then because you're passionate about doing something for the city and for the youth, you again take out time to do podcasts like these. So at your age and with your distinction, you coming here in itself a very motivating story, as motivating for mine, maybe even more motivating for me too.
Okay, great. So coming back, Gurmehar, tell me any one tradition which your school was following when you joined, and by force you had to follow that. There is no way out that you could come out of it, and you're still following it. ऐसा कुछ tradition है?
Still following, but I'm working on not following a few of those, but I'll help you with a few of those. So I think both of my seniors, the MD and the chairman of our institution, they were the first ones to start off this business. So they started it off from the ground and brought it to where we are today. So because of that, what happened is that they were very involved with everything around the school. I mean, they were micromanaging everything that was happening, and that took a lot of their time. So the first thing that I taught them, if you may say that way, is the fact that our time also has value. If I am to spend 2 to 3 hours every day on an X activity, then I am spending that much of our company's money on that activity too, because I take a salary too. And if I can have people who do it, why don't I train them to do it? So I think one of these traditions was that whenever a parent would come to meet his child or to meet our management or anyone in the management, sirs would definitely call them inside their cabin and then they would sit for 2 to 3 hours. It's a good thing. all of them appreciated it. The ones who were inside appreciated it. But the ones who were outside knew that if someone wanted to search cable, it will take 2 hours for them to come. So then once I came in, I told them that we should reduce the amount of time in our meetings and let people also do their job. Because see, sir, the thing is, as Gurmehar, I can only be in as many places as I physically can, right?
Yes.
If I want to expand this business, if I want to make it even bigger than what it is today, it has to work on systems.
Yeah.
It cannot work on people.
Yeah.
These things, all of these expansions, bigger things have to work on system. Whether Gurmehar exists or he does not, the system must keep working and keep achieving success. Because if my face value is more than my brand value, then the day my face value does not exist, my brand also dies.
Absolutely.
And that is a problem. That was a major issue with our institution also. Everyone knew the 2 Sardars in every banner for education. But a lot of them did not know that what the name of the school was.
Yes.
They used to say this Surinder Sir School, Kiran Sir School. The name of the school is CPWS. That is also what a lot of people did not know. So I think I came with a different understanding that we should let our school be the one that is most known, and by the school we'll all be known. Whether or not you know Dhirubhai Ambani or all of us know Ambanis, but even if you don't know a lot of these bigger entrepreneurs, you definitely know their companies. We all know DMart, we all know Jio, we all know Zomato. Most of us know. Yeah. I think the brand should exist beyond us. Our work basically.
I think you have nailed it down, saying that brand should be there.
Yeah.
Because in Indian companies, even I have this thing, so most of the Indian companies, they work on individuals.
Right.
They don't work on brand.
Mm-hmm.
So there are no process-driven systems.
Right, it's true.
So like you told, if you don't have a process-driven system, then if Gurmehar is there, gone, so then the process will fail.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the biggest achievement I think we have given it for the school.
No, sir, I'm very kind to see that.
It's process, absolutely. Because once you have that in mind, our system process driven only chahiye.
Right.
So then everything will come after that.
So according to me, the best day that I have in the school is when no one comes to meet me. Because if I am in the campus and the day is a successful day, everyone has done their work and they haven't wanted to meet me, it's good.
Yes.
I would want to then spend my time on doing something even more.
Correct.
An activity which is non-routine, which would require my mind to work on. If I am caught up in routine work, then who will do the innovative work?
Because time is money for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even if they are coming and sitting with you, they are wasting their own time and of course your time.
I'll give you a very good practice in this. So in our school, what we have done right now is that we don't allow people who come to meet us to carry their mobile phones. Now, take a guess of what percentage of time of our meetings has reduced now. Our meetings have reduced by 50% on time now.
Okay. So someone is coming to your office,
yes,
they will not carry the mobile.
Yes, they can't carry the mobile phone inside. Not to keep it inside because it will disturb you, disturb us.
Most of the time.
Because their phones are outside, they are not sitting with ease now.
Okay.
They want to quickly go. Now they also want to quickly finish the conversation. Cut to cut, we'll talk, we move on.
That's a smart way.
So I had to. So we have to do things like
I think that is one thing which Gen Z has implemented.
Yeah.
Process-driven system and also
having to get with innovative things.
Smart way of doing it. Okay, so Gurmehar, so any one particular thing, of course, this process-driven and this, anything else what you have implemented in school which you are proud of? Saying yes, this I have done it.
Absolutely. I think, sir, in English we say it is important to be honest, but it is also important to show that you are honest. I've tried to work on the show part also a lot. In the past few years, we have really grown on our digital media space. Our creatives there, our media there has really grown well. We work with an organization of Chhattisgarh, of Bilaspur only called Kafi Media, and along with them we have worked really well in the past few years to develop that understanding. Good reels, good content creation, good coverage which helps our parents to do it. Apart from that, I think the one thing that I've really driven very well in the school is what drives our current motto also. In a lot of our ads you will see it says one school, many opportunities. That is driven by the fact that I believe that say in a batch of 100 students, 5 of them will become toppers of the class. So then they become academic achievers. For years and years in the past, we have only called these people achievers.
Yes.
But what about the other 95? Someone can be cooking well, someone can be good in sports, someone can be good in dance, music, art and craft, you know the drill, any of these. So our school, it gives scholarships for all of these, gives achiever status for all of these. When you walk into our school, we have 30 standees. and only 3 of them are for academics. 27 of them are for dance and media and music and sports and things like this. What this does is that, sir, it makes these children confident.
Yes.
Tomorrow, these children, whatever they do, will be really confident in what they are doing. They can become the best dancers and earn more than an IITian does. They can become the best sports person. We all know about the IPL auctions. And things like these also come with a lot of gratification and success. But the fact that we as a society have not believed in these to be conventional, that is the issue, and that is, I think, what I have catered to the most inside our school. That every child is able to confidently say that I do X thing the best.
Yeah.
In X thing, I am the best. That may or may not be academic, but I am the best in that thing. You want to challenge me for that? I am up for it. That is, I think, what I work the most on.
I think that's incredible because बचपन से हमारे स्कूल जब भी जाते हैं हमें यही पता जाता है कि 90% लेके अगर 90% लेके तो 95 क्यों नहीं लेके but every child is not good in studies.
Absolutely.
Like you told, somebody is good in sports, somebody is in academics, somebody is other activities, dance and all those things.
We have a girl who is a Drona Ratna award winner in karate and she barely passed class 10th.
So true.
But she's still an achiever because she's one of India's best karate players right now. Now, if I tell her to leave karate and only focus on academics, then I'm pulling her away from what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
And if tomorrow she becomes the world's best karate player, she will be more successful than what she could have had she scored 70-80% instead of 50-60%.
Correct.
So might as well.
It's like this.
Yeah.
You are testing a frog, how fast
Absolutely.
it climbs a tree.
Yes, I give this example a lot. I tell this to people that if you tell a bird to swim and a fish to fly, then none of them are successful.
And throughout the life, they're thinking I'm stupid.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. Yeah.
I think you're doing a marvelous job.
Thank you so much.
By doing this, it's really good.
It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be getting that from myself.
Great. What is that one thing which elders misunderstand Gen Z's point of view? Is there any one thing you'd like to?
I think this whole meeting wala thing also they misunderstood me a lot. I told them that we should cut short our meeting, you should not be this long. And they told me, you don't understand how this business works right now. Give it some time, your idea will also change. Okay. And then 2-3 years later, I went back to them and I told them, no, my idea hasn't changed yet. I still think we should make it happen, and this is how we'll be more efficient. So I think elders, their belief in numbers is increasing slowly and gradually, at least in my system. My processes, my systems, they work largely on numbers. I don't work on assumptions, I don't work on fictional theories, I want to work on numbers. So say how many admissions do I need next year to survive and to build, say, a new swimming pool. You know, I have a number for it.
Okay.
I have a number, X admissions, then we'll do it. So the number is not something in the air. I don't just wake up and say we need 1,000 new admissions. I say we need X admissions, cut X admissions. I don't want to pressurize my team more than that. I don't want to tell them for any lesson. So I think the one thing that elders they really struggle with is the fact that right now we are able to dream. I think being in this work for very long, you understand too much of the reality and stop dreaming a lot. So I think with me coming back, I've made everyone dream a lot. I'll show you something. I just remembered. This is an ID card that I have.
Okay.
The first time in our school's history that the director, the MD, the chairman, everyone has ID cards.
Otherwise they didn't have.
No one had ID card like this. Okay. And now when I wear this ID card, our sirs wear this ID card, the whole team is very proud. And they've come up and they've told me that sir, it feels so nice to see that you're wearing an ID card just like we are.
Yeah.
Same linear, same.
Otherwise,
same
yes.
And because they feel that way, they want to work that much extra harder for me. So I think there is no one specific thing that elders are tough at accepting. It is just anything that is beyond their belief at this moment. They have believed that the river flows in this way. If you tell them that we can produce electricity with this river, probably put it into 3 streams, that is where they don't like it. And I think so you can't really blame them for it. I'll tell you why. Especially in my business, they've come from zero to where they are right now.
Yeah, correct.
They will not risk everything just because I feel so. Because I haven't seen the 20 years of struggle, right? I haven't been in the business for that struggle. So they're always a little apprehensive, but I think I have my way around it. I've understood how both sides will agree to what I want to say, and I make a good pitch deck and I bring it to them. But as new things, they still scare them a little bit. They may not agree to this in front of you when you talk to them next time, It does scare them a little bit. Everything.
Yeah, that's true because जैसे एक पेड़ होता है, पेड़ बढ़ जाता है तो रूट स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाता है.
Yes.
So the belief systems are so strong. To breaking is very difficult.
It's different to move it a little bit.
Yeah. So Gurmehar, so once you came back to the business, was generally ये होता है ना कि एक बार कंफर्ट जोन में हो गया, स्कूल में आ गया, पापा ने और इन्होंने अंकल ने बना दिया है तो अब आराम करते कंफर्ट जोन में रहते हैं. So did you feel any time that way because the way you are telling you are never there in the comfort zone, you always wanted to do something.
Yes.
Especially coming from your background also.
Yeah.
So you always wanted to do something new, something different. So ऐसा कभी आया कि comfort zone में रहते हैं यार क्या करना है?
So sir, कभी नहीं. To be honest to you, I've never felt that I'm comfortable here, and there are multiple reasons for it. One, when I chose to come back to the school after law, no one believed it. None of my friends told me this is a good idea, you should do it. They all said, you're taking the easier route, it's asan hai, you do this, you do that. And that was the fire. I wanted to prove it wrong. When I came back, I came with new ideas. Then sirs told me that probably this can work, this cannot work also. Give it time, think about it. That was the fire. I wanted to make it work. I wanted to work that much extra harder just to make it work. I think all of these smaller things, wherever I felt challenged, to ensure that I have to show them what I can do. This is not as easy as it is. So I think I worked really good on challenges.
Yeah.
I think a large part of why I achieved a lot in law is also this. I was one from north of the India. My stream was PCM, nobody related to either commerce or law. So I was not one of the prominent children in law school in the first year. And I had never been this way. I had always been the most popular kid in my school. They wouldn't accept that, how am I nobody here? And then I started working extra hard. I started working for hours and hours, for days and for years to ensure that by the time I leave law school, I have a good enough CV to tell you that I was one of the key achievers for my college. So that drive of never failing and tasting success at a young age, now see that can go into two ways. When you taste success at a young age, you can either be frustrated because you can't do it again, or you can understand that yes, I want to be a winner. To be a winner, I have to work hard.
Yeah.
It is as simple as that. So I had to work hard. And especially then, sir, I keep telling this to a lot of these people also. Coming to a family business, I feel, is as tough as starting a new business. I'll tell you why. When my parents started this business, they were on zero now. They can't go on minus. They are on the ground. Whatever they build will be up. When I come in, say I come in on net worth of say X amount. So we are already on X. Now say if 30 years down the line, we become X minus 1. Then I'm the worst successor.
Yes, absolutely.
If we are still on X, still a bad successor.
Yeah.
If we have just beaten inflation, that would have happened with the business also. So up until I don't 10x or 50x or 100x it, then I'm not a successful successor. And I want to be a successful successor. Yeah. So I think that motivated me to work really hard and never let me come to the comfort zone, because I know that one slip up can move into me becoming a full failure. But I have to keep working very, very, very hard to ensure that my name is also one of the prominent individuals who change the course of how our business works. Right now it is just the sirs, but probably in these 3 years, in 30 years to come, the school will be known by what I did for the school.
So now, very theoretical question.
Yeah.
So if now, next year, your parents, your father and your uncle says, now you are done good for the school and you are free to go, you do whatever you want to do. So you start your own business or entrepreneurship. Will you go?
So sir, I really thought about it. I've been thinking about it in the last 1 year also. And the question in front of me has been that do I want to get into expansion of schools, or do I want to get into some other businesses that have it? So once I have that answer, I will get back to you. But I'll definitely come up, because I think the one drive that I've had as a child when I was very, very, very young has been to earn a lot of money. And that has been very scary for my parents, because they've always said this, that you have never had a dearth of it. Whatever you want, you could have gotten, but then why are you so much behind earning money? And then I said that I was also mature as a kid. I never told you that I will only go to school in a Mercedes. I told I'll go to school where any car that you give. I never told you that my school bag has to be from Versace.
Yeah.
Right? So then I did not agree. I did not ask for a lot, but I got whatever I wanted. Now that race towards earning a lot of money makes me want to work very hard. And yes, if I am then given an opportunity next year, try to identify the sector that has the most amount of growth, unrealized in it, they
Next
probably
10 years,
work
10
towards
10 years down the line.
Yeah, and that can be in education, outside education, whatever my, I think, as you said, whatever my heart will tell me to do at that time. But yes, I have that fire, and I will carry it up until the end.
Great. So, okay, I'll come to this. First question is, like, education. What do you think? Education is a business or education is empowering the society? Because when you are there in the field of education, जो बच्चे पढ़ के निकलते हैं, बड़े होते हैं, so you are actually empowering them and then making them ready for the competitive world outside.
Absolutely.
So, which is more important?
I think education is the business of empowering individuals. And I'll explain to you. So on two lines. First, for education to work, or for schools to work, for colleges to work, coaching institutions to work, there are finances that are required, right? My vendors don't give me anything for free. My tables are not for free. My cement, my brick, my paint is not for free. They charge me for it. The day they give me everything for free is the day I will make my school also for free.
Okay.
Up until that day, for the school to keep working, for me to keep paying my teachers, my staff, all of my bills, I need to be able to build a business out of it.
Sure.
If I am not making money enough, at least to sustain what I am doing, then I cannot give back to the students who are there. Now, if I earn a little more money every year than what I am spending, is when I am able to build newer things for them, right? Only then can I build a high-tech lab. Only then can I build an Olympic level swimming pool. If I do and if I come to your podcast and I just stand in the moral high ground and I say no, money is nothing, it's all about empowering, then who will build the school? Someone has to. The government is not going to give me 1,000 crores tomorrow to build 10 more schools. Or if it is, then you can tell me. But I don't think it is going to. And so then I will have to earn that money. But in earning that money, it is very important to have that line of empowering individuals also. Like we work by a very simple theory here. So say there is a teacher who is teaching a class of 30. If 32 children also study, I have the same class and the same teacher. So these two are sponsored children. People who are not from financially strong backgrounds but had the urge to learn. People were really good in education and I wanted to push them through. There are tons and tons of examples right now studying in ARVIS and in years that have passed. Sirs have been a cornerstone for development of society in here. There have been examples of students who don't have a house, not even a permanent house, lost their father, their mother just became a small-time tailor, didn't have a washroom, they used to bath on the road. And he is a chief engineer of Ferrari in Italy right now.
Wow, great.
I had studied with this individual in coaching in 11th and 12th and I remember one line that he said this that Gurmehar, sir हमारे लिए सब कुछ करते हैं यार, हम इतना तो कर ही सकते हैं ना उनके लिए. So we were all very academically good, we were all in the A batch. But since we were a little bit, of us were a little influential, we sort of bunking classes sometimes, just moving around, momos खा के आ जाओ वगैरह, but they never left. They never left. We asked them, चल यार आ जा थोड़ा सा गुपचुप खा के आ जाते हैं, कुछ खा लेते हैं, but they always told us that. They've given everything to us, we study here for free, we are sponsored children, we have to make it happen. So, because we do the business well and we are able to earn that money, that is the reason why we are also able to do the social service. Because had we only been doing social service and no business, then I wouldn't have been here, this suit wouldn't have been made. I am able to do all of it for children because I am able to earn that money. But with education comes that responsibility that whatever you earn, you must give back. And this is our attempt of giving back. So yes, it is an education in empowering of lives.
I think तुमने मेरी आंखें खोल दी. बताता हूँ क्यों?
Yes.
All this time when you were telling ना, I was just thinking. So all this time I was comparing कि governments, once you see the results ना in a KV or a government school,
Yes.
The results are better than private schools.
Absolutely.
Right?
I've seen that.
The reason also I was thinking because reason में in the government school you have people from students from all classes of society. Outsiders के भी बच्चे रहेंगे, नीचे के भी बच्चे रहेंगे, तो throughout they are in that environment. But then, like you told, कि you are earning money to pay back to the teachers.
Right.
In the government school, government gives them money.
Right.
And that is the reason why government school teachers are not serious. I'm not telling and on the camera, but yeah, most of them because उनको पैसा मिलना ही है. Whereas in your case, private schools में teachers also have ambition. They also want to grow. If they want to grow, you have to earn.
If I grow, they grow.
They grow.
If I do a good marketing season, they will have a lot of children in the class. If they have a lot of children, they will teach a lot of children and it will keep
I think
growing.
that's a good.
It's a whole ecosystem that has to work
Yeah,
well.
so this is a eye-opening for me.
Yes.
It just came to me how the government schools and
I think it starts off on earning money and
Yes.
also ends on giving back.
Giving
So it's
back.
a full circle
Yeah.
from when you start and where you end.
And especially schools like you have actually started
Yes.
means understanding the creativity among the students from
That's true.
lower classes, 7th,
Absolutely.
that's a good thing.
Absolutely. We've always been trying to, sir. We're trying to give them the stage for them to express themselves.
Yes, yes.
That is what is missing the most.
तो ये पॉडकास्ट में यही फायदा है ना
हाँ.
क्योंकि मैं कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया तुमने
हाँ.
जवाब दे दिया उससे मेरे विजन बढ़ गया
मुझे बोलते हुए भी ऐसे फील हो रहा है कि बहुत रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बढ़ जाएगी ये पॉडकास्ट बाहर आएगा तो मुझे मेरे स्टूडेंट्स आके पूछेंगे
शॉर्ट्स रील्स बना के भेजेंगे
मुझे स्टूडेंट्स आके पूछेंगे कि सर आपने ये बोला तो था वहाँ पे ये कब बन रहा है
चलो let's come back to AI.
Yes sir.
Okay, AI in education. AI is there in every walk of our life today.
It's true.
And going forward it और भी बढ़ने वाला है.
It's true.
And I think कहीं ना कहीं AI in education is also going to play a very important role. Maybe year or so. So what is your school doing in the field of AI? And first, second is what are your plans of implementing AI and empowering your students so that they are ready for the outside world?
That's a very important question that I want to answer right now. So I think that AI has had its shares of people liking it and also disliking it. I see a lot of people loving it and a lot of people hating it. I see a lot of people, and that of all age groups, right? I've seen older people also liking it, some of them saying, "Nahi, this is making things easy." The whole social media is joking about these things. Our teachers joke about this. That children they come and ask us that, "Ma'am, you wrote a full research paper without ChatGPT. How is that possible? Can we even do it?" Or they even ask me that in law. So I think AI has to always be seen as a tool that helps you to do something. If that becomes your only method of doing something, then you are going wrong. Because after all, AI was also built by a human being. I do not believe that AI can replace human beings sometimes. AI can be more accurate than I am, but for creativity to happen, it will require my mind to put into it. It can only do as much as I tell it to do. After all, the machine will learn only as much as humans will be able to teach it to them. They learn from our behavior, but our behavior will tell them what it is. So I think AI is definitely very important right now and will only grow in prominence in the coming years. But it will only grow if people perceive it in the right way that has to be perceived. If people keep perceiving it as a tool to assist them in their day-to-day life, only then will it happen. Like now coming back to my school. In our school administration and school management, we use a lot of AI for repetitive tasks, not for new tasks. Anything that I have already done, AI helps me do it again and again and again with 100% accuracy. That is how we use AI. Everyone in the school is allowed to use AI for repetitive tasks, not for new tasks. To put a message on WhatsApp groups, you can use AI. To make a circular, you can use AI. But what will the circular's decision be? A person will take it. My principal will decide if the uniform is X or Y. How to put that to the school? The principal can use AI for it also. I don't mind. For those barriers, for those filling of gaps, of course you can use it. Similarly for our children, we tell them to research on AI, but write by their own. We try to motivate them that read through AI. What AI most beautifully does is, sir, it cuts your research a little bit. Because it cuts out whatever is not necessary for you to learn. It just brings you the most relevant parts.
Correct.
But for that also to happen, you need to give the right prompt for it, right? You have to write the right things to AI, and only then will AI be able to give you the right results. So that will only happen once you learn to give the right prompt. To give the right prompt again, it comes back to zero. You need to know about the topic. You can't just write something and it will come out, right? So we do use AI a lot for both of our teachers, the administration and our teachers and our students also. A lot of, and it's not even in the future. We have smart classrooms in our school that are already AI enabled. These AI are even special because they also have a safe search. So children cannot search whatever they want to on it.
Okay.
Right? Because children cannot see, the thing is, AI is designed to answer.
Yeah.
They will answer. If you go and ask AI, good effects of smoking a cigarette. Believe me, it will have an answer. I haven't tried it yet, but believe me, it will have an answer.
Everything it will have an answer.
And if I give that to my student, he reads that, he goes back home, he starts smoking, his parents will lose their mind.
Absolutely.
Because he will say, so I learned in the school AI taught me this. So I also has to have safe search.
Yes.
So AI is also developing. When AI came to school, it realized that AI cannot be endless information. It has to be fettered endless information, not things that anyone can see. So yes, AI is developing. We are also accepting it inside the school. Our school is very open to accepting AI for repetitive tasks, as I told you earlier. But my school and most people that I know really value human creativity over AI does. AI is not a part of our meetings. AI writes the minutes of our meetings. Meetings to us humans only do.
I think that's a good idea, but somehow, because AI, like you told, AI is also developed by humans.
Yeah.
So it's better we expose our students to AI, development of AI, how the AI
yes,
works.
I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you this one.
So I wanted to ask that.
Yeah. So the thing is, this happened to us, I think, last year. So we've always had the subject of AI in our school, but only for 9th and 10th.
Okay.
From last year, I think last year, AI is now being taught from class 1 itself.
Class 1?
Class 1 to class 10th now.
Actually, I wanted to ask that question.
Yes. It's a part of the curriculum.
Okay.
They have book for it, sir.
Oh.
They have a book along with computers.
Yours is a CBSE?
CBSE.
So CBSE has a book? No.
Up until class 8, actually, now I'll break this also for all of your viewers today. No school is any board up until class 8.
Okay.
CBSE, ICSE, all of them come after class 9 and register for their board exams. So there is no foundation to what curriculum you want to use up until class 8. So you can use whatever you want.
Oh.
So we take the best possible books for them. One of them is a publication called KIPS. KIPS publication is really very well known. So they have this computer along with AI.
Oh.
So my very very young children, if you ask them, the next time you come to school, we make this happen. You ask them what is artificial intelligence, they will give a very good definition for it.
Okay.
So as a class 5 student, what is machine learning, how is prompt engineering works, he will tell you that this is a prompt, this is how you put, this is what the AI does.
Wow.
You ask my senior students, have you tried to do it? They will say, we are on it, sir. Trying to build a project for the school AI. Our students are making something called ARVI AI now. That will tell you everything about the school. Small project. It will be on a main gate. You can just come and ask. Is Gurmehar sir in his cabin today? It will go through my ARVI, check my attendance and tell you if I'm in the cabin.
Wow.
How many sports grounds do you have? Who is the principal? How many labs do you have?
All this is done by students?
Yes, they are trying to build it. They're trying to build it right now. Probably by this year and next year they'll build it. But from scratch, no teacher is helping them. Whatever they are learning, they are building. Seniors are helping them. They are doing it.
बच्चे they are very creative.
Yes, they want to.
उनको कुछ open दे दो कि ये करना है, challenge दे दो. They will actually come.
So they have infinite energy. They have too much energy, and these children, they become notorious when you cannot channel their energy to the right things.
Absolutely.
Then they start doing the wrong things. I have children who realize that there's a small gap in the school boundary where they can jump out from, and then there's a dhaba nearby where they can go and get anda curry for all you care. And when I heard of this, I started laughing. Because I started laughing and I told them that, do you realize that was an anda curry worth 3 lakh rupees? You paid that much to study in the school and you're having anda curry. But because they just wanted to do something, they tried and found that out, found the right time to move, the right camera angle to go at that time, then go out. How should they dress? They should have a shawl on. What should they say? How will they come back? I said everything.
They were caught,
Eventually they were caught, but they decided it all.
So actually you should award them. They're so intelligent.
So that's the thing. As soon as they came through, not only did I tell them that this was very smart, but not in the right way.
Yes.
Might as well you have used your mind for exams, scored a good mark or something. But then we blocked the exit and everything again. So I keep telling this to so a lot of my teachers, they come and ask me, कि सर ये बच्चे मानते हैं हम कुछ पकड़ते हैं, the game keep doing something, and I keep telling them, this is a game of Tom and Jerry. They will keep doing newer things, you keep doing newer things.
Yes.
They will create new problems, you come with new solutions, you keep going on. And I tell them that don't look at it as a negative light.
Yeah.
This is the entertainment of school.
Absolutely.
This is what is different.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you've been teaching biology for 20 years now.
Yes, yeah.
What different is happening? This is different.
Yes. Yes.
One child will start to run away from your class.
Yeah.
Bunk your class.
The teacher must have studied the same biology book in class 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the problem with our education system. Actually.
Yeah, that is what is
I
there.
keep telling you, the same education. कहीं में भी काम नहीं होता. Means
Absolutely.
once you do 12th class, उसके बाद जॉब में जब जाओगे, तो ये इसका 5% में काम नहीं आता जो हम पढ़ते हैं.
Very true.
कुछ
Very
नहीं
true.
होता है.
I think sir, a very big challenge for NEP is also this. The new
Yes.
education policy,
Yeah.
it's a very foundational implementation challenge for this is the fact that one of course schools are not ready,
Yes.
children are not ready, but believe me sir, teachers are not ready. I'll tell you why. A child who has newly come to my school, I can teach him that rote learning is wrong, go for competency based learning, he will learn. Because he does not know what rote learning is.
Yes.
But for my teachers, they were in school 30 years ago.
Yeah.
They learned rote learning. They have been teaching rote learning for the past 30-20 years.
So
It is a
all of a
tougher transition for them.
Yes.
For children, for school, it is easier.
Yes.
For them, it is a tougher transition. And that is a very big challenge that the whole nation is facing
You're talking about
in
only
implementation.
private schools.
Most schools, every school, sir.
Government school teachers, so you know, I know it better.
So the large scale upskilling is the need of the hour, but it is very, very hard.
Very difficult.
It's very, very hard. It's very easy to say that the government should train all teachers, be this, be that. But when you understand the sheer number of teachers existing in this country right now,
Okay, so Gurmehar, so one bold thing what you want to change in that school. If you are given an opportunity that you go ahead, so one bold idea what you have you want to implement there.
One bold thing. I've been doing a lot of those things already, so I'll have to think of what is remaining now.
Okay.
One bold thing that I'll do. I think I've always wanted to make our school so good that we do not compete with the local schools anymore. Because I don't feel that our ideologies, our pedagogy to work, our commitment is anywhere close to these local schools that we have in the city. I consider NHGOL to be a competition, Doon to be a competition. I consider Sindhya to be a competition. So the bold decision that I will take is that in the coming future, and bold to actually most probably happen, I'll make my school a fully residential school.
I think that's a good
Not
idea.
have any day scholar. And I'll tell you why, sir. I don't do this work only to earn money. I came back from Bangalore to Bilaspur to work because I wanted to change individuals.
Yes.
And I've realized this that if my student stays with me for 6 hours, goes back home for 18 hours and does whatever he wants to, I can never change his other life.
Yes.
Up until he's not spending 12 hours with me and 12 hours back home. I'm facing a day board into you right now. Comes to school at 8 in the morning, stay with us till 2 in the school, have lunch with us, have evening snacks with us, have a self-study session with us, have sports with us, have hobby with us, go back home at 8. Up until that time, I cannot change their lives.
Okay.
And if I'm unable to change, if an alumni of ARVIS is not miles and miles ahead of alumni of any other school around, then it's no use.
Then your dream of making ARVI
Then I am doing everything which is average. To become extraordinary, this has to happen. And I don't know if the market is ready for it or not.
It was my next question.
Yes, I don't
Is there any school where 8 to 8 this thing is there? This is a new idea.
We have it, but very less students are there in it. Only 50 students are there in it.
Okay.
So we have about 300 in a hostel, about 50 more in day boarding.
So this is since when?
This is since the last 2 years.
So you know the results only after 1 or 2 years?
Yes, I think so. I take it to be a churn of 5 years.
For 5
In 5 years I realized, so it's 2 is done, 3 more probably.
Yeah.
I realized, but I want to make it happen, sir. Because that is the only way that you can actually create differences, and that is how most bigger schools work.
Yeah.
I have a very close friend who lives in Bilaspur. We were roommates back in Bangalore. He studied in a school called JARS, Chandra International Residential School. Beautiful, very big school in Bangalore. He tells me that even if you are from Bangalore, you have to still study in the hostel.
Okay.
You want to study in a school,
So
study in the
full
hostel. There is no day school.
Full body.
Okay. Study there only. You can go back home once a week on Sunday. Nothing. Stay with us.
So your dream is making it day boarding.
I want to make it that way. I want to first make it day boarding
And then
probably full residential.
Okay. Step by step.
Yes, I want to, sir. Because again, I am coming back to it. There is nothing more, nothing less on it. I just feel that for us to create that difference, for us to actually have the differentiating factor, we will have to do that. Otherwise, right now, schools are becoming like hotels. who has the most beautiful building,
Correct.
who has the most ACs, who has the best sports. That was never the reason for joining a school. The reason for joining a school was what you become after you leave the school. And that is what should matter. And for me to give you those superior results, I will have to have that superior input. And that superior input has to be the teachers, the parents, allowing me to have their word for that many hours. And I promise that will create a difference.
Okay.
But we have to trust in the process.
So yeah. So one more thing.
Yes, please.
Slightly connected to this. See, what happens is a child's personality is developed between 4 to 14 years.
Absolutely.
Okay. And when we talk about this, 4 to 14 years, most of the time he is there in the with the parents. Some 3-4 hours in the school or 5 hours in the school, and most of and a child, when he is developing his personality, he actually is absorbing everything which is going around him.
Very true.
So parents के साथ उनका values लेता है, or how parents are behaving, their body language, all these keeps on going. So when he is there in the school, so it's my own personal thing. So those values of the parents कहीं ना कहीं तो मार खाएगा, because they will now impact the values which the school is in. So school values has to be very, very good.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
So that also is very, very sensitive thing.
It's very true. It's very true. And we try to work on this a lot through the ways of understanding the backgrounds of each student. And every student who comes to our school today has a 5-step admission model. One of which is involved in interviewing their parents also. We try to understand the parents behind this child. Because I can be teaching him whatever I want to. Say I will teach him to eat food with a knife and a fork. Or with a knife and a spoon and a fork. But if he goes back home and does not have a spoon or a fork, two things will happen. Either he will not learn from the school itself so he will stop paying attention inside the school in the same section, or he will go back home frustrated. Then his parents again on those days two things can happen. Parents can feel कि this child has gone beyond that, छोड़ो इसको निकालो, किसी और छोटे स्कूल में डालो, और parents can also grow with them. Parents can feel कि हाँ ला देते हैं, हमें भी सिखा, पूरा घर इससे करेगा. So I have children who were very lazy back home in my hostel, but now have to wake up at 5 and go for a run. So when they go back home, they motivate their parents also. They tell their father, पापा उठो, हम सुबह वॉक करने जाएंगे, हमसे भागने जाएंगे. मम्मी मैं लौकी भी खाता हूँ, या मैं अभी ब्रिंजल भी खाता हूँ. I have had people, so ours is a vegetarian campus. I have had parents telling me सिर्फ नॉनवेज ही नहीं खाता घर आगे. बोलते नहीं मेरे को वेज ही अच्छा लग रहा है, मेरे लिए यही बना दो, ये नहीं मुझे पराठे ही खिला दो. पूरा घर अब वही खाते हैं. क्या बच्चे के लिए बनाते थे हम, तो वो भी नहीं खाता तो ये हो गया. But telling you this, the child can either imbibe in himself those values, or he does not, two ways. But when he does imbibe it, the parents can either grow or stun his growth. So one, take the right call to send him to a good school, and then grow along with him. Because schools today are not what schools were 50 years ago. And the way that we are developing, the way that this generation is developing, if our parents, our elders don't keep up, they will fall back soon. And this is the truth. Learning is not a closed bucket. It is a bucket with many holes. If you don't keep learning, your knowledge will keep flowing out. So you must keep, keeping up. And I think it's a very beautiful chance that our parents and parents of most good schools get to learn from their children. Like say if your house, your grandfather does not know what AI is, or say your father does not know what AI is, I tell those children, go back home, tell it to your grandfather also. Show him also your work. You studied, now your class 1 will go and tell him. The class 1 का इतना छोटा 6-year-old will go and tell his grandfather. दादाजी पता है कोई AI क्या होता है? पता है चैट जीपीटी क्या होता है? देखो चैट जीपीटी बोलते हैं. जब आप कुछ भी पूछोगे ना, वो जवाब दे देगा. Mind blowing for them. For the grandparents, they feel like ये क्या हो गया? इतना सा बच्चा हमारी मतलब बात ही नहीं करता, बच्चे उस एज में वो आके हमको सिखा रहा है. तो you can take it both ways. या तो बोलोगे बहुत ज़्यादा स्मार्ट हो गया भैया, निकाल लो इसको, इतना तो हम नहीं करेंगे. और या फिर of course भाई बढ़िया है, हमको इसके आगे बढ़ना. That's it.
Great. So coming back to my USP, mental health.
Yes, please.
So mental health plays a very, very important role, especially in this competitive world. If you are not mentally balanced, and plus so much of stress. So how does ARVIS do this mental health balance?
Right, absolutely. So sir, I think that answer comes to me very naturally in 2 to 3 different points, and I try to explain each one of them to you. Firstly, of course, we have an in-house psychiatrist, school counselor with us in the school, who is a permanent employee of ours, who stays with us all through the day. Any child, any teacher can go and talk to them. Why I say this specifically is because we did have the idea of having it for children, but in my stint at this school, I've realized that teachers also need it. I also need it. A lot of times, my housekeeping also needs it. And that is the most beautiful experience. Our school counselors also did not have housekeeping going to them, but now they do. So a group D staff also will go and talk to them. कि मेरे घर में ये हुआ है, so I'm feeling this way. So one to that we have a counselor who helps them. Second is this, that sir, we try to empower our students to understand what they are going through. They have constant sessions on what these things are. What is depression? What is anxiety? What does a panic attack mean? How to solve it? How to know that you are into one? How to diagnose it? Why we do that is because all of these concepts are very new to them. They are very in trend to them. And this is sad, but I have seen children just using them for the sake of it. मुझे depression है, मुझे anxiety हो रही है. You don't even know ये होता क्या है.
What is anxiety? They don't
So let's learn ये होता क्या है पहले. So every month we try to explain one concept to them, and then we tell them to also feel strong. कि मुझे है, तो मुझे है, और मैं आके मिलूंगी और मैं आगे बढ़ूंगी. So instead of just crying कि मुझे ये ऐसे बेहतर है, come meet us. We'll try to solve it for you. And I think that was the biggest breakthrough that we had in terms of mental health awareness in our school, was that we taught children what these things are, so that you also know what you have. I'm not saying that you are lying, but first understand what is it, and then tell me if you have it. Because you can very well name any challenge of your life to be depression, anxiety, and walk away from it. Everyone will give you sympathy for it, but you don't need sympathy.
Yes.
You need someone to push you to do better. So that was one very important thing for them. Thirdly, whenever we see such cases, we always involve our parents into it. We try and sensitize our parents also for it. That sir, we know that this is a case of XYZ, please come and meet us. Our counselor needs the parents also. She explains to those parents also कि यार your child is going through this. Please can we find a middle road?
That's very.
Because when they go back home, see, I can be helping her here, but when she goes back home, she will again stay with you. I have had children coming and crying with my counselor. I have had people coming and crying in the first month, being happy by the end, sharing everything with her, their family problems, everything, and she then comes into a position of a lot of strength and responsibility to try and help them through the year. And I've only seen that children who keep coming back to the counselor every month in 3 months, they're the ones who actually get, what is it to be done. So I think having that counselor, teaching children about what these things are, sensitizing their parents, that has been a major breakthrough for us in trying to establish that mental health is important.
Yes.
You need to be aware of it, and you also need to be strengthened. You're very strong about it. I think also, sir, about the fact that we try to make achievers out of everyone, that also helps them a lot, especially during exams. So our schools does not close sports during exams, or library during exams, or dance and music during exams. Keep going on. You can decide to. All around the year, it is a compulsion. आपको जाना ही है sports, जाना ही है dance music. At this time, you can choose to. But if you want to, please go. My coaches will still come. They will just come and wait. But if you want to go, play, come back. Structure you're already that way, ना? This is no way कि मैं पढ़ाई छोड़ के काम करूँगा, काम छोड़ के ये करूँगा, खेल छोड़ के पढ़ाई करूँगा, ऐसे नहीं होगा. Learn to do this. मैं 2 घंटा खेलूँगा भी, 4 घंटा पढ़ूँगा भी. ये सीखना बेटर है ना सर. अदरवाइज क्या आप छोड़ेंगे, क्या पालेंगे.
एग्जाम्स आते हैं तो बच्चे लोगों को बाहर जाना बंद कर देते हैं.
We tell them to, we try and explain it to them. And I'll tell you very good things है. जितने हमारे old teachers हैं ना, जो बहुत पुराने हैं, नहीं समझते. देखिए फाइटिंग में 10 ओनली कि सर आपने फिर भेज दिया, क्लास में नहीं आ रहे, कोई ये नहीं हो रहा. I tell them कि कोई नहीं, उनको करने दो. मैं चाहता हूँ कि वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल बन जाए. आखिर कब तक आप उनके लिए रास्ता काट के रखेंगे? कभी तो उनको ओपन वर्ल्ड में छोड़ेंगे. A lot of these parents, sir, they ask me this on call. This is hostel admission करना है. सर आपके स्कूल में बच्चे अच्छे हैं ना, बदमाश तो नहीं है. मैंने बोला देखिए सर, very simple. My hostel is like the societies outside. इसमें पढ़ने वाला बच्चा है, बिना पढ़ने वाला बच्चा है, अच्छी बात करने वाला, गाली देने वाला भी है, अच्छे बच्चे, बुरे बच्चे, अच्छे घर के, बुरे घर, सब टाइप के बच्चे, हर प्रकार का बच्चा. जब आपका बच्चा यहाँ आएगा, मैं ये नहीं चाहूंगा कि मैं उसे रोकूं कि इससे दोस्ती करो, उससे मत करो, इससे नहीं, उससे नहीं. मैंने क्या सिखाया उसको? मैं तो चाहूंगा सबसे दोस्ती करो और खुद सीख जाओ. I had friends who were very good academically. I knew to be with them during exams. I had friends who were the most notorious in the school. I knew when to be with them also. I enjoyed my time outside school, within school, in exams, everything.
True. ऐसे तो सीखते
And that comes because my parents gave me that freedom. You choose what you want to. Your life's results are your results. Your responsibility. Now make a call. So I did it to this parents also. कि सर अगर मैं देखूंगा भी ना कि बच्चा बदमाश है आपस में घूम रहा है तो मैं तब तक नहीं इंटरव्यू करूंगा जब तक हद ना हो जाए. बिकॉज क्या पता वो खुद रियलाइज कर जाए क्या वो सबसे बड़ी जीत नहीं है. क्योंकि when he goes to a college tomorrow to work tomorrow he will still have these people around. But he will need to make the right call. आप उनको अभी तो ऐसे छुपा छुपा के पूरे ढक के ले जाते हैं. जब सोसाइटी में खुलता है वो अम्ब्रेला तो इतनी बरसात होती है कि वो समझ ही नहीं पाते. आज उनके हाथ में कुछ नहीं है. वो जो गलती कर ले छोटी मोटी कर सकते हैं. कल को आपके बड़े बिजनेसेस आपके बड़े काम आपका बुढ़ापा उनके हाथ में है. अगर तब गलत चीज डिसीजन लिए फिर
तब तो गए काम.
मच बेटर है कि आज लेके सीख ले.
पेरेंट्स को ये बोलना आप सही वैल्यूज सिखा दो घर में बस बाकी सब अपने आप हो जाएगा. वैल्यूज सही
पेरेंट्स को यही बोलते जब जो बच्चा सीख के आ रहा है एक बार उसको सीख के आ रहा है तो आपको डाउट है ना हमसे पूछ लो. आप स्कूल आओ हमसे पूछो कि सर बच्चे को ये सिखाया जा रहा है मुझे गलत लग रहा है. आई ट्राई टू गिव यू माय सेंस वर्ल्ड. अगर नहीं लगता तो मैं सीख जाऊंगा या आप सीख जाएंगे. करके देखते हैं. तो बच्चे को मैं आपने ये सिखा दिया ना कि यार तेरे टीचर ने तेरे को डांटा आज चल बता दो देखो टीचर कौन हूं मैं दिखाता हूं मैं कौन हूं. आज तेरे स्कूल में चलते हैं आप प्रिंसिपल से बात करके आते हैं. क्या बचेगा सर उसमें फिर. इफ अ चाइल्ड नोज एंड आई टेल यू दिस इज द रियल केस सर. वी हैव चिल्ड्रन जो डरते ही नहीं है पेरेंट्स को कॉल करने से. बोलते लगा लो कॉल मेरे पापा आएंगे नहीं बहुत बिजी काम है वो नहीं आएंगे.
अरे बाप रे. और
भैया वाले बच्चे को डर है ना कि कॉल करेगा तुरंत पेरेंट्स विल कम तो व्हाट और इज दिस वो और बात बात
मतलब इस वक्त भी बच्चे को पेरेंट्स से डर नहीं है.
इट्स वेरी गुड सर होना चाहिए. हमारे समय से तो बहुत ही कम है डर से. बहुत नहीं दीस चिल्ड्रन आर वेरी वेरी स्मार्ट वेरी स्मार्ट. टेल्स टू आवर पेरेंट्स वो एग्जैक्टली जानते हैं वो क्या बात बुरी लगेगी.
अच्छा.
अगर वो खाना है ना तो वो हॉस्पिटल के लिए बोलेंगे सर खाना अच्छा नहीं था ये नहीं था वो नहीं था. पढ़ाई है पढ़ाई बोलेंगे एंड सब प्रकार की बातें बोलेंगे कि जो उनके मन में वो मान जाए. इनर्शिया है ना सर. इनर्शिया है. घर से हॉस्टल आते हैं इनर्शिया. स्कूल बदलते हैं इनर्शिया. रूल फॉलो करने यहाँ के इनर्शिया मिलती है लगता है तोड़ो इनर्शिया को. सब बातें बोलते हैं. और पेरेंट्स ना मुझे लग रहा है सर आजकल ज्यादा प्रोटेक्टिव होने के आड़ में धीरे धीरे they are losing control of how their children are. It is very important to control their choices a lot of times. Because if you don't ना, then you are giving them unfettered freedom to choose whatever they want to. आखिर वो है तो बच्चे ना सर. बचपना तो बच्चे ही करेंगे बड़े थोड़ी करेंगे. उनको करने तो आप तो बड़े हो. Tell this to our parents a lot.
Great. So Gurmehar, coming to the last.
Yes.
So where do you see ARVI's 5 years from now 2030?
Okay. So sir, I think recently we got the rank 1 in Bilaspur for the Decum Boarding School by Education World, which is the biggest education rankings in the country right now. I aspire to be the first in Chhattisgarh, probably top 10 in India by the end of the next 5 years, and I'm going to work really hard for it. The city's going to see it, you're going to see it.
So also you want to make ARVI's a school
Yes.
that it will attract people.
Yes,
You don't have to go
absolutely.
and do the
ARVI's
practice.
will be a landmark.
Yes.
ARVI's will be a landmark for our state and our city very soon.
Yes. So
I
that's
promise
the dream I am also looking for.
I promise it.
Okay, great. So before we end this,
Yes.
one last message to the viewers, especially Gen Z, who has inherited the business,
Yes.
and also in general. What is the message you want to give?
Absolutely. So I think I say this a lot of times. A lot of us come for privileges, but instead of hating our privileges, let's start to build upon our privileges. Just because you are a little financially secure, you've gotten good opportunities, don't let the world tell you that it is easier for you. It actually is not. You are in a position where you can achieve way beyond the sky. The limit is not even the sky for you. So once you get that pedestal, learn to work extra harder, do extra better for the society, and slowly and gradually own up to it. Take responsibility of what you have, even if it is about inheriting business or starting your own. Be strong, be courageous, be confident, take decisions and make them right. That is how I work, that is how it will work for you.
Great. So thank you, Gurmehar.
Thank you so much.
And I think few things: be courageous, be a dreamer,
Absolutely.
come out of your comfort zone, and do something big which is beyond your imagination.
Absolutely, sir.
That's how you achieve it. Because, like he told, sky is the limit. It's in fact beyond the sky.
Absolutely.
So whatever you can dream, you will achieve.
So if your dreams do not scare you, then those dreams are not good enough. Your dreams should wake you up at night. I think Kalamji said this. Dreams are not ones that you see while you sleep, they are the ones that you see when you are
Absolutely.
that keep you up. So I think that is what we should abide.
Thank you so much, Gurmehar.
Thank you so much.
It was nice speaking to you.
Pleasure.
And I'm sure my viewers are going to enjoy this particular episode.
I hope they do. I hope they do.
And wishing you all the very best
Thank you so
for
much,
yourself and for ARVI.
I wish you all the best for Bilaspur, sir.
Thank you.
Smart City Bilaspur has to also be here. There's also a dream for me. I want to make it happen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.